Let's talk about irrational fears, shall we?
Oh man, story time. So as discussed before in a previous video a long time ago, roll the clip.
We were running out through the storm, through the night. We were running in the dark. We were following our hearts.
I have a weird, irrational fear of the Kool-Aid man. So I was talking to someone the other day about the reason why I had this fear. And he said that I should do something with it for a video because it's just weird and funny. So once I saw her video about irrational fears, I thought, well, I have to jump on this and explain my reasoning. Buckle up. So to explain to you a little more why I have this irrational fear, I decided to use AI to make some images so that you can feel the fear that I had as a child, and why today I still have a weird feeling every time I see the Kool-Aid man. So for a long period of time, when I was like 8 to 10 years old, somewhere in there, I had a vivid dream every night for a few months, every night, about this sand dune. So right here, let me just move me out of the way. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. It looks beautiful, right? Wrong. In my dream, I'd always wake up right about here, in the middle of the sand dune, trying to make my way up the hill. Right here, just little Josh, just making his way up the hill. But every time I get almost to the top, the sand would give way, and I would fall right back down. And I mean, no matter what I did, I can't get up this thing. I am struggling and I am scared because when I look down at the shoreline, there is a figure coming up out of the water. just looking at this makes me a little freaked out. Good Lord. As I would make my way up, this black figure would slowly come out of the water more and reveal himself as the Grim Reaper. And as a child, this was absolutely terrifying. There were even some instances where I would get to the top of the hill finally, and then I'd feel his hand grab my ankle and pull me back down. Eventually, there I would be, laying on the shoreline with the Grim Reaper standing over me. And trust me, we haven't even gotten to the craziest part yet. And I know what you're thinking, Josh, what about the Kool-Aid man? What is so terrifying about the Kool-Aid man, and why are you telling us about the Grim Reaper? It doesn't make sense, right? From behind the Grim Reaper, a figure, round and red, would start to peek out of the water. When suddenly I'd be standing face to face with not only the Grim Reaper, but the Kool-Aid man himself. Now, the majority of the nights, at that point, I would wake up. However, there were a few nights where the dream continued, and it got darker. Soon, the scythe would go through me, and both the Kool-Aid man and the Grim Reaper would sit there and laugh, and I would lay there dying and watch as the Kool-Aid man and the Grim Reaper sat and enjoyed. Sometimes he'd take a drink out of him too, which was even weirder, but that's something else probably. So yeah, that is my irrational fear of the Kool-Aid man. Feel free to comment and tell me how ridiculous I am. Go ahead, I give you full permission to just berate me. All right, thank you for listening, and maybe I'll do some more story times eventually. I don't know. Yeah. How do I end this? Oh yeah!